What's going on, my friends? Chris here. I want to bring you all an update today of Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, ADA. We're going to get into some altcoins today. Right now, Bitcoin's sitting at about $47,265. We're up about 1.5%. What I want to do is look at all this on the one-day time frame so we get some good detail. And what you've seen, guys, since about November 10th, 11th, right in that range, we've been in this downtrend here. And this one has lasted much longer than our previous downtrend. So if we actually get our date range, you can see from back over here, our last correction that we had was roughly about 22 days. And right now we're looking at somewhere around 50 days. So this has been a much longer correction. But we still have not dropped down through the main areas that we've been paying attention to here. And that's from our low we had right here, then our higher low, just looking at a macro sense, and then this still could be our higher low if we're able to hold this area. So you can see that with the green support line that I have down here, and that's going to be at roughly about $45,500. So that's the area I want to hold as support, because right now this has just been an equilibrium pattern. We've had our low, we've had our high, higher low, about the same here in terms of our high, almost a little double top there, and then what we're trying to set here is almost another higher low. So you can see it's just slightly higher above the previous one. So if we're able to get a nice candle close today, which is going to be important for us, we need to get that also on the volume, which is coming in today. So I do like to see that. Right now our VWAP's at negative 13.40, so we have not had that cross back to the upside yet. So that's going to be important. So the most likely thing, if we do get a bounce out here, guys, it still could just be another lower high. We'd have to get up over top of about $52,000. That's going to be our main overhead resistance area that we have to pay attention to. But if we look at our cipher, you can see the VWAP trying to make a move here. Money flow's been in the red, but nothing crazy to the red. Not a ton of selling pressure. Relative strength is at 41 right now. We've actually had a little bit of bullish divergence here as price was coming down. Our relative strength was gaining some strength there. So that's always important for us. But as you can see, guys, this correction has lasted much longer. So it's important that we get out of this as soon as possible here. And if we even want to just draw a trend line, just do a rough one here, what you can see is, let me get as many touches as possible. So what you can see is we actually broke out through this. Did not come on above average volume. So that's where I was a little bit hesitant there. And right now we're back testing this trend line, which is an important area for us. We're back testing the trend line as well as this area of support. So we need to hold $45,000. 45,500 is going to be the area for Bitcoin that I'd be looking at. Overhead resistance, guys, it's getting up over top of that $52,000. It's a big area for us. So that's going to be Bitcoin. That's going to be the main driver of the market. So pay attention as we're in this little equilibrium pattern right now, just moving sideways. A lot of chop. People have been getting chopped up, I'm sure. Now, if we take a look at Ethereum, and also, guys, if you get some from these videos you like without all the hype and everything else, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I appreciate the people who've been giving me the thumbs up. I mean, last video we didn't even crack 1,000 views, so I'm kind of at the point here. I don't know if it's worth continuing on, you know, doing these videos and everything if people are just not really paying attention to them much. I know YouTube's been messing with me, but if you want me to keep doing this, guys, let me know down low. Like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, give me some love, and we'll keep doing it. But you know, guys, mostly I'm just focusing on my other businesses, trading, and it just seems like YouTube's kind of falling off a cliff for me here. So just is what it is. But, you know, for the most part, everybody just wants to hear, you know, we're going to 300,000 and hype and this and that, and I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do the clickbait titles and all that type of stuff. So just is what it is. Just, you know, after 4 or 5 years doing this now, just kind of getting tired of it, and that's just want to be honest with you all. So if we're taking a look at Ethereum here, we're at 3,733. We're up about 2.84%. Main thing I want to continue to hold here is about 3,629 is going to be the area. Still though, guys, here's our high, lower high, lower high. This is still just a lower high. So right now we're trying to hold this double bottom, triple bottom right in this area here. See if we can get a move back up to the upside there for Ethereum. If we take a look at our cipher, VWAP's at negative 16.01. Money flow is in the red, but very small in the red there. Just seeing if we can get this move back to the upside for us. Relative strength is going to be at 40 for Ethereum. So ETH, we got to hold, I'd say about $3,600, guys. Then it'd be down to around 3,364 is going to be the area that I'm looking for Ethereum. But we are sitting at some critical levels here, and we should see if we can get a bounce in the next couple days, is what I'm anticipating here for Ethereum. Once we get all the tax loss harvesting and all that out of the way, I think we're going to be pretty good. But that's just my opinion on it. Let me know if you guys have also done any tax loss harvesting or anything like that. They can really help you out with the end of the year tax bill. So that's going to be Ethereum, guys. Next one we're going to take a look at is ADA. We're sitting at 135 right now. So for ADA, we've had some really nice bullish divergence. So you can see as price was going down, look at all these green dots down here, guys. You can see I had a trend line here, so we were getting that bullish divergence. We had our breakout, came on about average volume, so I still would like to see more. But the main thing now for ADA that we need to set in is this higher low, and then try to go up and set a higher high, higher low, higher high, and that's how the trend changes. So you can see how it started to change here. We pushed up. Here's our high, higher low, higher high, then we drop back down through that. So it's going to be important that we can set a higher low and try to move up higher. So for ADA, I would say the main support areas are going to be roughly at about $1.19. And then to the upside there, we're going to be looking at $1.59 as overhead resistance. On our cipher, money flow still is in the red. VWAP is crossed down to the negative. We're at negative 11.99, so we do want to be aware of that. Then our relative strength is going to be at 46. We have been gaining some strength on that, trying to get up through that 50 line for ADA. But, you know, we've had such a harsh retracement here, guys. This is one I do think is going to do well in 2022. That's just my opinion on it. I have some smaller bags packed, ready to go for next year in ADA. This one I've wanted to get in for a while, and after this big correction, I jumped in there. So that's going to be ADA. If you're here for that, let me know down low. Next one we're going to take a look at, let's see, here is Litecoin. Litecoin also sitting at a major support area. And also, guys, if you're here for Litecoin, let me know down low. Just put LTC if you've been trading it. So, guys, the thing with Litecoin, you always want to take your profits when you get really strong pumps, because a lot of these altcoins, they'll give it almost all back. And you don't want to do that. You can even see from right here, if we look at this retracement that we had previously, we dropped down. We lost almost 70% of the entire move before we got going again. Then if you just take this move and do these little micro fibs, we have basically given this entire move back. So you don't want to ride it all the way up and ride it back down. That's one thing I never do anymore. I always trail up stop losses, just keep taking them out and moving them up underneath those higher lows. But for Litecoin right now, we're just really trying to hold this area. That's going to be about 143 is going to be the support area, really chopping in an equilibrium here. So 143, we need to hold a support. Overhead resistance is going to be about 166 we hit there. We did have a little bit more volume coming in, which was nice. And then if we take a look at our cipher here, in red, we just had small red here for our money flow. VWAP's at negative 10.31. So doing a little bit better than some of the other coins right now. In terms of the VWAP, relative strength is also going to be at 39.89. So just chopping around back in this area, I'd really look to hold 143. Overhead resistance is going to be at 166. I feel like if Bitcoin could get moving, guys, Litecoin has a really nice shot to go up into some of these higher levels. It's just breaking through that 166 as well as having Bitcoin move. That's the main thing. And right now, guys, a lot of trading that I've done is just specifically sticking to Bitcoin and Ethereum right now, because things get sticky when we don't exactly know what Bitcoin and Ethereum are doing themselves. Okay, so you don't want to be messing so much with altcoins. You want to figure out what's going to happen if Bitcoin's going to set that local bottom, and if we're going to start moving back to the upside here in the days and weeks to come. So if you guys get some from this, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. God bless each and every one of you. Take care, my friends.